music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Queen of the South. This is season 3, episode 1. And this is one of my favorite shows. This is the first time I'm reviewing the show, though. I watched season 1 and season 2. I think when season 1 came out, I probably wasn't no reviews then. When season 2 came out, I think the show came on a day where it was too much other stuff going on and I couldn't review it. But this season 3 comes on a day when, not that much stuff came on today that I have to review. So here we are. Tonight's lipstick is Urban Decay. The color is called Perversion. So it's dark. It's dark, okay? But it goes with the, the dark shirt, the dark hair. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel. Hit that little subscribe button and do not forget to hit the notification bell so that when I upload a video, you can be notified that it's there. And then also don't forget to like the video and throw a comment down below. So if you're anyone who has not watched Queen of the South, it is a really good show. So I'm not going to recap nothing. I'm not going to recap, prior seasons, because I'm hoping if y'all saw this, if y'all are watching, Lord Jesus, if y'all are watching this, it's 3 young people. If y'all are watching this, y'all are kind of familiar with the show. So, the episode opens up with, Teresa is still on the run from Camilla. We know that they have killed, Effiano. I could not pronounce that man's name for nothing in the world. The dude who Teresa killed last season, who was the crazy cartel dude, who was the governor. He's also Camilla's husband. Effiano. I know I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, so it's after all of that, you know what I'm saying? Camilla is in Mexico. She's the governor now. And Teresa and Pote is still kind of, doing things, trying to get more drugs. Just be a whole little drug cartel. So we do see Teresa on this island. She's on the phone with someone trying to get it set up to where she can kind of get her money laundered so she can get a couple meetings set up. I mean, she seems to be doing pretty well. The shooting, happened about 6 months ago. So it's like 6 months later. And we see she doing some things like she up and getting laid by the cute little man who is like the waiter. I'm like, Teresa always getting something from somebody. She ain't no punk, you know what I'm saying? She little bus boy. And that was cute. We see Camilla. So Camilla is, in Mexico, and she is now the governor. I'm confused on how she became governor. Like in Mexico, if the governor died, does his wife just take over? I mean, how did she become governor? It was just really, really weird. At one point, she was arrested, that she was, in prison and everything. And we come to find out, of course, she's now out of jail. The agent who arrested her, who was cute, the cute guy from the Have and the Have Nots. He plays the character Charles. I love him. So yeah, he, they saying how he is on suspension right now, and she's like, as governor, I just want to focus on, stopping the drugs from flowing out of my country into the USA, and also she's still bringing up how, because we know at the end of season 2, she announced to the media that her husband was killed by Teresa Mendoza. So she told everyone who Teresa was. So Teresa is also basically a fugitive because they saying that she killed the governor. I mean, technically she did, but the governor was trying to kill her too. So technically it was also self-defense. But you know what I'm saying? Apples and oranges, whatever. So, but when we see her talking to because the reporters kind of sound like, people don't even really like you as governor, you know what I'm saying? Your approval rating is kind of down, you know what I'm saying? They're saying that you only won because your husband was governor and he was killed. So, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? She's like, you know what? I really don't care about that or whatever. I have to go because I have to stop these drugs from leaving the border. Honey, and she's in charge of the dang drugs leaving the country. So we do see that she is still in charge of the girls. She's still in charge of the dang what other girls, the guys. Because, Cortez, who was the leader of the army there, is her like second in command, and he's the one who's trying to get the drugs to the USA, because we see him and he has drones flying overhead from Mexico to the USA. However, USA knew it, and what they was doing, shooting drones down. So shoot, and like all like 14, 15 drones carrying drugs trying to cross the border was all shut down. And I'm like, okay, so something's going on. So Cortez is caused Camilla like, oh, it's kind of crazy. The stuff got shut down. We don't know what's happening. And he also tell her like, look, and also she's like, what's happening with Teresa? And then he said, her drugs are kind of popping up all over the country, and in Italy and here, there, everywhere. So she's moving stuff around. So we're kind of on her heels, and we're gonna find her eventually. And Teresa, come on back. That's good, because I hope she's somewhere in a whole hat like a rat, but she not at all. She is in this beautiful island on the city somewhere, a nice little house. She's clean, like she not in no hole at all. But as she walking, she realized someone's following her. Some lady with a gun is following her, so she kind of like trying to get away. Run. Lady got a gun, and she all through the city, and then she climbed up a little wall, and she hiding. And she heard lady say, I found Teresa Mendoza. So she's like, well, damn, who could it be? Could it be someone who's looking for her? Could it be Camilla? Could it be, who else? Could it be Camilla? Could it be Cortez? It can be anybody, because she just, all over the world is like a known criminal. Even though she was a victim in the beginning. But she gets away. So she gets home, but when she comes to see her second in command, Pote, okay, is it Pote or Pote? I'm going to call him Pote, because can't remember how it's pronounced. I think it's Pote. It's Pote. Anyway, he hit the house, and he hear how she quickly comes in, and he know something ain't right. And he with a gun at, you know what I'm saying? He protects his Teresita. Okay, that is his girl. He got her back all the way. Even though in season 1, he almost watched someone rape her. But you know what I'm saying? Whatever I gotta do, I gotta. So, you know what I'm saying? She can like, someone's following me, but I shook him. We have to go. We have to leave. And he like, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the safe house, but we can't keep moving like this. And then she said, well, we have too much money to really be moving, so we need to figure out what we're gonna do and talk to this dude who can launder our money and put it in different ways or whatever. So she has a shipment coming in for a customer who promised her to meet with this guy who can help her move her money easily. And she's like, look, things will change. I need to meet this dude today. If I don't meet this dude today, you don't get your drugs when? Tomorrow. He like, you can't really be blackmailing me. She like, oh, look, bro, you heard what I said. I ain't got time for that. I need you to do this ASAP. Point blank, period. I won't argue with you. So he said, I'll see what I can do. So, he do set the meeting up with the man, and she has to go meet him at the club or whatever. We see Camilla's daughter. Now, Camilla's daughter, who, if you remember the last season, she was not happy when she kind of found out one of her dad and her mama was drug people. She was not happy with it. She was pissed off. She tried to leave and, be with the other dude. Was it Kite, K? It's like Kita or whatever. Is it Hernandez? It's Boaz and them people. Okay, that's who he is. So, but her and the dude are now engaged to be married and stuff. I'm looking like, well, okay, that's a little bit different. So we then see from there, Boaz come in like, hey, K-pop. He didn't say K-pasta. That's not nice. He came in all happy-go-lucky, but we know Boaz is crazy, okay? Because Boaz killed his own damn brother the last episode to be the person in command. He's very much so a loose guy dang on cannon. So much so he brought a dang on golden statue of Efiano. I can't pronounce his name, Lord Jesus. But he brought a gold statue to kind of commemorate him being dead. I'm looking like, well, damn, like, oh, gold one? And he said, yeah, I have money to burn. And I guess I also have product. So the product that Camilla and Cortez were moving across the border was Boaz and stuff. And again, Boaz says it's crazy. So when he and Camilla talk, Camilla and Cortez is talking, you know what I'm saying? He like, what's going on? How did the EA, how did the US, how do they know about my shipment? Like the DEA, the FBI, the IRS, whoever, all the alphabets of the of the government should not have known that my shipment was coming across the border, but it did. So what's going on? I don't have time for this. And it's like, you know what? It must be leaked some kind of way. I don't know who, but I promise you, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out who's doing this because, you know what I'm saying? We're a business. We're family now because our kids are getting married. I'm like, okay, girl, if you say so. So they return to the party and everything's cool. But we then see her meeting up next with the Colombians. So it's Ronaldo and his niece who now works for him. And she's basically suggesting, like, you know what, Boaz is a little bit unpredictable. We can't control him all the time. So how about I take over all the Mexican business, and then we kind of get rid of him. We replace him, have me take it all over. And, you know what I'm saying, we kind of keep going with things that way. Ronaldo is a sexist pig. Let me just say that now. Because he's like, you know what? When my wife had a baby, she thought that she wanted to, like, you know, be out and do things and be a part of the world. And she quickly realized that her place, you know what I'm saying, was being a mother and not being in these streets. So he's basically telling Camilla, go home and be a wife, even though your husband dead. And I mean, you have the balls of the cojones to be out here being a big boss lady. And she was like, well, look, I get, you know, no disrespect to your wife. Your wife was a great person, but my path is different, and my path is in these streets. Okay, I don't need the damn sidewalks. And his niece is like, well, you know, I don't know about that. Like, what about Boaz? And then she says, well, you know, the colonel, you know, Cortez, he will help me with his army take him down. So I'm saying, and plus of me being governor, we'll be fine. And then the niece is like, look, if you move against Boaz without our permission, we would not only, you know what I'm saying, strike against you, we'll strike against you, and we will end up dealing with other cartels. So we won't even need you if you do this without our permission. I'm like, well, goddamn it. The Colombians hold some power, huh? And Camilla at that point knew that she just kind of couldn't do anything. So Ronaldo then told her, you know what I'm saying, if Efania was here, he would tell you to just calm down, to just relax and enjoy the he said, enjoy the fruits of her womanhood. I said, well, did he just tell her to go have a baby? I mean, when you tell a woman to enjoy the fruits of her womanhood, does that have a baby, go enjoy your period, like go flop, mess with your titties? Like, what does it mean to tell a woman to go enjoy her womanhood? Did she got to go masturbate? Like, what do you want her to go do with a woman? I'm like, bruh, what you mean go enjoy? He said, go enjoy your damn womanhood. I was like, people these days. So we do see Teresa, and she does meet with the dude who can hopefully help launder her money. His name is Rocco, and he deals with a lot of cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin and all that stuff. However, I kept on saying, he looked familiar. Where do I know him from? Like, I know him from something. I can't remember what it was, and I remember what it was. Bad Boys, the movie Bad Boys 2, with Martin Lawrence, with Gabrielle Union, with Will Smith and all that stuff. The crazy man who was in there, and he was the bad drug dealer man, is him. Okay, the one who kidnapped Sydney and took her to Cuba, and they had to go save her, and then he ended up dying when they had a mine explode. He exploded. It's him. It's a little crazy ass. So he is, you know, a person on here. His name is Rocco, and you know what I'm saying, at first they realized the people who was following Teresa wasn't for anyone else. It was for him. So Pote like, you know what I'm saying, Teresita, let's go. You know, this is worth this. And she's like, you know, wait, let's have a conversation. Pote don't play with Teresa. He's like, look, I'm here to protect her at all costs. I don't want nobody near her. If I think you're a threat, I'm gonna kill you. Okay, I'm gonna kill you dead. So the guy talked like, yeah, you know, I've been following you. I kind of read up on you. I know things about you. I love working with women because women are this and this and this. And if you train them well enough, they can be just as good as a man. But they can also be disloyal and they can try to betray you. And he was saying that, meaning he heard that she betrayed Camilla, and that's why she's on the run. She's like, I assure you, I've never betrayed anyone, including Camilla. And I'm like, well, you know, Camilla was using her as a damn drug mule. Okay, she don't Camilla shit, nothing at all. But she says, like, look, I need your help to, you know what I'm saying, launder my money and put it to your banks or whatever, because you're doing Bitcoin and stuff, and I needs it. Okay, and he said, well, look, okay, that's fine. If you want it, it's gonna be the 5% charge or whatever. Well, you charge so and so 3%. Someone's been talking, someone's running their mouth. Well, I guess so. And then he like, well, look, you know, beggars can't be choosers, so I'll do 4%. So they basically come up to that negotiation, that agreement that, you know, he'll do it, because again, she has a ton of cash sitting that she can't just move it as cash. So she really needs his help in order to do that. So from there, But he said something like, well, yeah, your shipments, might be messed up, if something changes. So she kind of gets like, okay, I gotta go call George. So George, who's a crazy white dude, who was like having a sword fight with a black pirate on the beach some damn where. I said, what is going on here? And why is you in Speedos, bro? I was very confused. Anyway, and Teresa called him like, is everything okay with the shipment? He says, oh yeah, everything is fine. Even though there was a change at the border, whatever, like the border patrol person changed, but we still good. And she's like, nope, you know what? I'm going to go do it myself. I'm going to go bribe it myself because I ain't got time for nothing to be messed up. And he like, I don't think it's a good idea. And Pote also said, like, Teresita, I don't think that's a good idea. And she's like, what I'm saying? No, I have to do it. Even though Pote is saying, like, look, I can do it myself. I'm used to bribing people. And then she's like, well, no, you don't handle negotiations. Like, I need to go and I need to do this. And he like, look, Camilla never did any of her dirty work. And they're like driving or whatever. They get to the little warehouse where they have all the cash. It was a ton of cash. Can I have one stack of the cash? Like, what I'm saying? What a cash at. It was just so much money bags all over the place. And they took a couple stacks to go grab this shore work with the border patrol people. So when, Pote said like Camilla never did her dirty work, she said, I never want to be like Camilla. She thought she was better than other people and she would not do things that needed to be done. So I don't want to be like her. I'm going to be, my own self. So he like, but if you go and you get caught and you go down, the whole, like everything stops, it will stop with you. So are you sure you want to do this? And she's like, I'm sure. Camilla has a quite. I'm thirsty. It's 3:13 in the morning. So that's better. Camilla has a conversation with her daughter, and her daughter's trying on her wedding dress. So she's like, Mom, be honest with me. What were you and Boaz talking about? Her mama doesn't lie at this point in time because her daughter, I can't think what her daughter's name is. She's like, I'm gonna be truthful. We were talking about, changing the agreement and just switching some things around as far as how we did with Boaz, but we're trying to get that figured out. Me and Cortez are doing that because one day all of this might, would fall into your hands. And she said, well, hopefully before that happened, Cortez will take it from you. How can you trust him? Cortez tried to kill her, for one. He tried to kill Lefiano at one point in time. He tried to kill him. They tried to kill each other. So it is a thing of like, how do you trust someone? But it's a thing of, you keep your enemies close. Your friends close, you keep your enemies closer. So she's like, she said, I just need him right now, but I don't trust him. Trust and believe. I have my eyes open for, what he got going on. So she's like, but I need him to help us find Teresa. And then she's like, I hope he finds her because I want her dead more than you do. She's the reason that Dad didn't hit her walking down the aisle. Because she was there when Teresa killed her father. But again, her father tried to kill Teresa. Okay? A few times. So your father ain't innocent. And you can't, but you can't go around killing people, but he had killed a few people. Okay? So it's a tough situation. You know me, I don't want, a daughter to ever be with our father. Anyway, so we see Teresa and Pote waiting for the border patrol person to get there. So he pulls up and they like pat him down or whatever because they don't know if it's set up. And they know that once she gives him the money, if it is a setup, they all going to jail. So they're like looking around like, okay, let's make sure no cops is here. And so something felt funny. So they're like, you know what, let's just take him with us and then we'll do it somewhere else. So right when they're about to walk away, a cop car pull up like, woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, shit. It's a whole setup. But, they duck behind a car and pull like, did you bring them here? Did you bring them here? He's like, no, I didn't know. I didn't do it, or whatever. And Teresa's looking like, wait, it's only one cop car. Like, that ain't how backup. That's not how his thing goes. It's just one cop car. And she's like, something isn't right. Let's see. So she's like, put your weapons down. So they come from behind the car. And like, what is y'all doing? What y'all doing? They admit, okay, sorry, we're here for our cut. What? So there's two other cops who have been following this guy knowing he takes bribes. So they just wanted their piece of the pie. And so the one guy was just mouthing off a little bit too much. So Pote said, you know what? Okay, pow, shoots him dead. So now they have the person who they went to meet there and the other girl. And she's like, oh my God, don't kill me. Don't kill me. My name is Daniela. Okay, well, Daniela, you got two choices. You can die here tonight or you can be on our team and help us get our product through the border patrol tomorrow. And what did she decide? She wanted to live, and she helped them. They show her saying, okay, let the shipment go, but she clearly sees drugs, and she just lets it go. And so Pote, like, you know what I'm saying, that was very dangerous. You could have got caught, you could have got killed, you know, anything could have happened. And she said, but it's okay, you know, our product came through, and now we have 2 Port Authority people on our team. And he said, yeah, but still, you know, you have to remember, you don't have to do everything on your own. Teresa sometimes wants to be on her own, and she does not want to risk other people, but she has them there for a reason. Use your accessories, okay? That's your team, okay? He has saved her more than one time. The next thing we see, which confused the hell out of me, is Camilla goes to a hotel and she meets up with Agent Lawyer. I say, Charles, Nick Sager, that's his real name. What you doing me with Camilla? You arrested her, okay? What is going on here? Now, I know that you was on suspension because you're being accused of planting evidence in order to have her arrested. So, you know, that whole thing is going on. We find out that they are actually working together. She gave him the information on the drones that they were sending over so that he could tell the DA. So because he's doing that because he wants his job back. So they're using each other to where she feeds him information that he feeds to the DA in hopes to get his job back. And in turn, they are stopping Boaz and stuff from going here to A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So it's kind of genius, but at the same time, I'm like, it just feels a little bit dirty. Okay, this is a little bit dirty in my personal opinion, but it is what it is. So at this point in time, he's like, you know, does Cortez know that you're working with me? Like, does he know it's me? She says no. All he knows is that I'm leaking the information to someone in the DA, but he does not know who, and that's all he needs to know. He doesn't need to know anything else. At that same time, you see Cortez calling Boaz like, we need to talk. And he said, oh, is Camilla coming? He was like, no, there's something that she does not need to be, you know, included in. Cortez is a snake. Always has been, always will be, honey. And Camilla asked, you know better, but she don't know. And I feel like all I know is she better not sleep with him. Okay? She cannot sleep with leave my agent lawyer alone. I love him or whatever. So we see that whole thing. The ending of it is, you know, Cortez has found where Teresa is. How did they find where she at? Because the dude she slept with, the little busboy dude, the busboy dude was talking. And he told people, yeah, she's here all the time. So they figure out, okay, she must live close with it, kind of just stay around, look around and find people, and find her basically. So now that her and Pote has, you know, laundered the money through the Bitcoin stuff, whatever, they got their shipments together. She calls Cortez and Pote and said, you know what, I don't want you to be alone. They had an early conversation where she said, you know, when you have married, you have children, like I never asked you any of that before you came on this crazy roller coaster with me. He said, no, you know, I was married, but it didn't work out. I didn't have any kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not always lonely, so it's fine. So at this point in time, she's like, you know what I'm saying, let's take a little bit of a break. I'm going to take some time for me, and I want you to take some time for you and just not be lonely. I'll talk to you soon. So when she hangs up, it's like, okay. So she sits at the table, and her future self, as we know, her future self comes her all the time dressed up in white, says, you know what I'm saying, that won't stop your enemies from coming for coming for you. And she kind of is listening, and then she hear like motorbikes, and she's like, well, that's weird. Okay, that's not normal. And then you see them pull up real fast, and they throw like a little bomb in the restaurant, and she just kind of runs out just in time, and it blows up. I'm like, they always trying to kill Teresa. So she outside, they shooting at her, she running, and I had literally just said in my head, where the hell James at? Why we ain't seeing James the whole episode? And who pull up in the car? James. Hey James, you back? You not mad at her no more? What's going on, James? He's like, Teresa, get in the car. And then they pull off. I'm looking like, where the fuck did you come from, bruh? But it could be a thing to where he never stopped following her. That's what I think it could be. And that's how the episode goes off. So again, I love this show. I'm happy to be reviewing this particular season, so I hope you guys like it too. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button and put a comment below. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.